Well, we've always loved each other, but there's been a lot of times when we didn't like each other very
Well, that's true, absolutely.
And it wasn't much fun to be together.
No.
And that's gone.
No. So I was a tyrant and you were a snot-nosed kid.
Oh, but really what's amazed me the most is how a lot of the greatest realizations and a lot of the greatest changes that we've had in the book, that we're writing about in the book, are things that have happened so very recently. And I feel so much easier around you. I still get pissed off at you, but it's like weather that just blows through, and it's all the other stuff. I see you for the first time.
The dramatic peak of this book is what happened when I fell when I was in Iran, came back, and I had developed a subdural hematoma, and I had 3 surgeries. Everything changed for me in that moment when you came in the room. And you said, Dad, there's no way to say this except whatever I thought I had against you, the statute of limitations has run out. The things that you had charged me with as a child, they were true. You always kept up to me. You were a terrible father, and I would always come back with, toughen up,
Yeah, grow up.
Grow up.
Quit being a wimp. Get over it.
Quit being a wimp.
You left me there. I was getting my ass kicked in school every day. I never forgave you for that, for any of that.
Yeah.
And it locked me into a self-image as a victim. I mean, you gave Christmas presents, and you did a lot of the good things. You were always there for me on the big things. You helped me with college, but you never gave of yourself, and that's a sad thing.
It's also that a lot of what I had to give was as a philosopher. I mean, that's what I gave to the public. And I don't think that was very easy. I didn't know how to give that to you kids. I don't know. But, the big story, what was new after you guys went through all this? So what's new is nothing and everything. There's one of the great things that we had together was when we built this house.
One of the things I think of most when I think back on building the house with you was the day you called me and then you asked me to come. You remember that?
I do.
I knew you were building the house, and we had sort of talked about it, and I was like, I had just graduated from college, and you wanted me to come, and I said, I don't think I can come. I didn't think working for you was going to be a happy thing for anyone. And you said, Giff, I really need your help. I don't think I ever heard you ask anyone for help in my entire life, much less me. And it was a really big moment for me. And I was like, okay. And when I realized that you needed my help, there was no question I would come.
About 2 weeks ago, you wrote me and you said, it's true, I forgave you that statute of limitations, but I don't think you have forgiven me. And I thought, forgiven you for what? I was the one who did the bad things. And you said, oh, you have these little picadillos. So I wrote you back, yeah, well, you were kind of a pain in the ass. You didn't bathe. And
those weren't my real...
Those weren't your real...
Sins against you.
Sins against me. I said, what was it? And you said, well, it's like, now that I have a son, and he comes in and he hugs me and he says, Dad, you're the greatest. And it just lights me up. And then you said, I never gave that to you. And you've never written about how deeply that hurts you not to have that. I had repressed the awareness of how much you'd hurt me because I couldn't bear to have that knowledge, really. And you said, as a son, I need your forgiveness. Well, everything changed because also now the whole myth changed. The whole myth was I was the bad guy and you were the good guy. And now you are saying I was the bad guy too. It took 2 of us to do this.